Who was your character before they started adventuring? Were they a street urchin that could talk themselves out of trouble? Were they a naive scholar that knew more about theory than how the world really worked? Or were they a disillusioned soldier now looking for a place in the world? I'm John, and welcome to D&D Cram School. Today, we're going to be discussing the third major choice for character creation, which is choosing your character's background. Having specific mechanics gained from your character's background is a new step to character creation in 5th edition. And because of all that, I actually like to distinguish between your character's background and their backstory. So to be clear for the rest of the video, we are going to distinguish between these two terms. The simpler of the two to explain is your character's background, which gives your character certain mechanics at character creation. And these mechanics are 2 skill proficiencies, 2 in any combination of language, tool, vehicle, or gaming set proficiencies, and a custom background feature that helps tie your character into the game's world. Your character's backstory is a more narrative thing that you come up with between you and your DM, and a backstory can be as simple or complex as you'd like. Ideally, the mechanical choices you make as part of your character's background should be informed by your character's backstory. So let's take a look at one of the examples we've already brought up, a fast-talking street urchin. To represent that backstory through your character's background, you might make skill proficiency selections of stealth and persuasion, and maybe you pick up an extra language that they can fast talk to more people, and maybe you pick up a thieves tools proficiency too. Contrary to popular belief, your character's choice of background is not limited by the options presented in the player's handbook. The player's handbook has a lot of examples like acolyte, soldier, and sage, but these aren't meant to be hard and fast options that you have to pick. In fact, before that section, there's a whole part of the player's handbook that teaches how to customize your background. For example, for your character's backstory, you may find stealth and persuasion to be appropriate, but you might also get those skill proficiencies from your character's regular class. So because of that, when you're developing your character's background, you may instead to choose deception and performance to round out your street urchin's fast-talking nature. Your character's backstory may also have to do with your selection of race or class, and it can either go with it or contrast against it. For example, if your character is an upstanding paladin, how multi-dimensional would they be if they were also a criminal before they made the choice to go straight and be a paladin? This might be represented by a sudden thieves tools proficiency, or maybe your paladin has a criminal contact in the city's underworld. And the beautiful part is, even though your character's background is something that you can choose at character creation, their backstory can be fleshed out over time. I can't count the number of times that a player comes to my table and they kind of have a vague understanding of who their character is, but through the course of play, they start making more and more little detailed decisions that make their character really feel like a unique individual. So now I'm curious, what are some interesting backgrounds or backstories that you've played out at the table? Or one that you find interesting for the character you're going to play? Let me know in the comments down below, and remember to like and subscribe for more easy tips to get the most out of your tabletop adventures. Have an awesome day, everyone. Bye-bye now.